How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Capstan with us, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
How's it going? I'm Anthony, and I'm the vocalist.
I'm Joe, and I play guitar.
I'm Boz, and I play bass and sing.
I'm Harry, and I play guitar.
I'm Scott, and I play the drumbos.
I was going to ask if you had enough people in your band, but I feel like you could add like two more. You could have like a tambourine player.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely could use a keyboardist for
I'm
sure.
working on it.
About that, but only guitar.
Guitar, okay, awesome.
Guitar. I don't know how you say it.
Whatever.
Guitar just comes off. It just comes. Guitar.
So my first question, guys, how did you start out Capstan? How did you get your members?
Well, it's actually really funny. We all grew up. Well, we grew up in kind of close to the same area. Harrison, Boz, and myself, and we didn't know each other. Boz knew one of my old bands growing up. Harry did too, actually. And when I moved down to Florida for school, I met Harrison, and him and I started a recording project. And he, one day I was just like, "Hey, let me try singing." And he's like, "Dude, I know a great drummer. Just let's stick to that."
Okay.
And then
that was after we found out Anthony could actually sing.
Right.
Because at that point they didn't know if he could sing or not. So they didn't just say, "Oh, you're going to be the vocalist." It was kind of like, "Oh, he has a really cool sound," and we kind of stuck with it.
Anthony was originally the drummer. Yeah, he played the drumbos.
In the original Capstan, yep. And so then Anthony stuck at vocals. Harry was obviously on guitar, and then he knew Scott from playing in metal bands down in Florida, and that was like the formation of Capstan. So
yeah, and then Boz moved down to play guitar. We met Joe through Harry's recording that he had done, and we realized, wow, Joe's really good at guitar. So he hopped in the band on bass, and then eventually throughout we were just like, you know what, it would be best for the band. Boz played bass and Joe played guitar. They were both better at that instrument, so they made the switch, and that was the final form of Capstan.
And we say that to a lot of people, that like the real formation of Capstan, while it started in 2012, the real kind of lineup wasn't solidified till 2015. So we've really only been going at it for like 2 years.
Seriously.
Like really diving in and going for it. So this is the lineup moving forward.
Awesome. So my next question, guys, what are some favorite venues you guys like to play at?
Well, I'm going to say my first is the Masquerade, because I remember the first time we played there, it was just like truly like rock stars.
There's a lot of them. We've really become fond of Cobra Lounge in Chicago. That's like a second home for us, being from the Midwest.
Will's Pub is always great.
Orlando, shout out to Will's Pub. The Loving Touch in Ferndale, Michigan. Getting to stay at Anthony's house. We'll pretty much play any venue in Detroit just because it's like a home away from home as well.
And then now Soundbar, which used to be Back Booth.
in Orlando. They redid that. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that was like any venues we played that are just really... Yeah, the way that they do run the Masquerade is just so legit. It's hard to say there's a lot of venues we like more than the Masquerade. So
I definitely like to go. It's kind of like on my bucket list of venues, because I just finished talking with Eidola, and they were saying that there's like 3 levels of like bands that play at once, so that'd be wild.
You kind of level up,
Really?
So,
For real?
Nice.
Start at one stage essentially, and depending
Purgatory,
on the size.
hell, and then
If you do well enough, then you'll move on to the next
Exactly.
stage.
But it's not always the stages either. They cater to bands. They help you load in. Like they're literally waiting at your trailer, for you to take your stuff in as soon as you get there. You're like, this doesn't happen at any other venue. Yeah.
Definitely
So cool spot.
All right, guys, my next question is, what was the last show that you went to, obviously excluding playing now on tour?
Good question.
I'm trying to think.
We go to a lot of shows back home. I go to a lot of local shows. Me and Harry do especially.
Neck Deep, I think, was the last
Yeah,
that we
Neck
went
Deep
to.
See our boys
Seaway.
Oh, yeah.
We're really good
Neck
friends
Deep,
with Seaway.
Speak Low. Speak Low if you speak loud.
Low and Creeper.
Yes.
Creeper and Neck Deep are on the same management as our record label.
Oh, cool.
Our record label runs that management company, so we went to that show to not only actually meet them face to face, but hang out and see our boys too. So, see boys, see our boys. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of good local shows in Orlando too. Orlando has a great scene, and I always try to go support our friends in bands like Hungover, The Year I Disappear, Fort Misery. So there's always those every couple of weeks that I go out and check out. So
Anyone else? No.
It was the colors between the Buried and Me 10 years.
Ooh,
apart.
nice.
That was the last
Awesome.
one I went to.
Awesome, guys. My next question is, what are some of your musical influences? I guess we could go down the line.
go down the line. Yeah, just throw a couple out there.
Okay, so I'll just give my number one is probably Protest the Hero.
I'd say, I don't know, Every Time I Die, but then I come from an array of different genres of music that I like, but Every Time I Die for sure for me would be my main influence, I'd say. Keith Buckley's just an amazing vocalist, and it'd be nice to have some of that in mind, you know.
Sure.
So.
I grew up on a lot of like punk and ska. We've been jamming a lot of classic rock though lately on this tour. Where there's a couple of people in the band that are really big classic rock fans, but I'd say as a band, we're very influenced by bands like the Wonder Years, My Chemical Romance. We all love Brand New, and then from there it just literally goes all over the place.
Yeah.
Do you have any personal ones?
My personal favorite right now is Frank Turner, and he's coming out with a new record, so I'm stoked about that.
I grew up like with tech metal and stuff like that, so like I'm between the Buried and Me for sure.
Really, I thought you were going to say
And you hear all those, and then you kind of get a sense of what Capstan is.
Awesome, awesome. My next question, guys, kind of the follow-up to musical influences. Who have you guys been jamming on the road? I know you mentioned classic rock, so I'm curious what your answers are going to be. I guess we could go down the line, too, as well.
So, definitely the Eagles. We were jamming.
The
John
Eagles, for
Denver.
sure. John Denver.
But also me personally, Closure in Moscow has been like what I've been listening to a lot right now.
They just put out a new record that Joe really likes.
More newer.
Relatively new.
Yeah.
And it was their first record in like a decade.
Or 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years. Seems like that long.
I'd say for me, I've just been going to a Will Away's record. I've just been jamming that quite a bit.
Shout out to those boys, really good
Yes,
friends of
they are
ours.
awesome.
Yeah, that
That's for me.
record, like, that's by far one of our most listened to records, just whether it be at home or on the road.
That's my go-to nowadays right now.
We've been jamming out a lot of bands with really great harmonies.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we've just been doing this silly thing where everybody in the car harmonizes, like, even if it's
Bucky's.
completely wrong. Like, we kind of wish we're like a band that can do 5-part harmonies, like the Eagles or the Doobie Brothers. We were jamming the Doobie Brothers last night, and it's like, I don't know, like, when we're on the road, we really... I'll give a shout out. Go to our Spotify page. We do monthly playlists. So if you want to see, like, a lot of the stuff we're listening to, it's literally, you might hate some of it, you might love some of it, but it is everything you can imagine. So go check it out on our Spotify, because we are very different in our music tastes.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been jamming Andres a lot on the road.
Yes.
we're on tour.
He's sick, man. I enjoy his stuff.
Yeah, it's really, it's
Who have you been jamming?
I've been jamming like the Deer Hunter a lot. Yeah, they're sick, and maybe a little hip hop here and there. Who knows? The options are endless.
My next question, guys, a fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what song would it be?
Oh, man. That's
You're talking about 5-part harmonies, so I'm feeling like...
Hotel California.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, there you go. By Dave Brubeck.
What was...
There we go.
There you go. Just hear it so you can hear.
It's Blue Rondo a la Turk by Dave Brubeck, and it's in 9/8, but they subdivide it the Eastern European way. It's really cool.
Yeah, 9/8 timing signature.
Yeah.
That is. If you didn't know what that is. Yeah, that's Joe and Scott for sure.
That might be a little too wild for it. That might be a little too...
Make it tasteful.
Okay, well, that's up to a challenge for you guys, so... But my next question is, gotta ask this, you're on the road, favorite food to eat?
I'm going to have to say Raising Cane's for
Raising
me.
Cane's is like, there's something about it, man. Those tenders are so juicy.
I feel like a sponsorship's coming.
Oh man, we like Ham's beer and, and Raising Cane's.
Oh, Am's, the shameless plug.
Yeah, we're very. I think as a band as a whole, we don't have a lot of food that we don't like. So depending on where we are, we just like to eat that food that's like you know, in and out on the West Coast or down south, cook out around, you know, at least where we were just in Virginia.
Cheesesteaks here.
Yeah, they just literally had
Yeah, they just had some. We're probably gonna go later today too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we just like to take advantage of where we are, you know, more than anything. So that's part of the fun, I think.
Of course. I mean, if I was on tour, I would try to like eat the local thing around here.
Exactly.
Yeah. But my next question, guys, if you could pick somebody to collaborate with, who would it be?
That's a great question. And collab as in what? Create a record?
It could be either a producer standpoint or just somebody you would want to have as like a guest person on an album,
That's
future album.
There's a couple producers and engineers we always talk about. We're really into people like Kyle Black.
Mike Green.
We like Mike
Mike
Green a
Green
lot.
stuff, yeah.
We're really into Nolly from
Dude.
Periphery. Everything that Nolly's doing is fucking incredible.
And then Seth too, even up to this point, what he's done for our record.
Seth Henderson, what he's done
He
for
is.
us, it's like every time we go back and work with him is just, it's like a great experience in itself. I think there's a lot of individual musicians and people have their hands on records. Like, I mean, who wouldn't want to work with Feldman? You know, like that's something we always talk about down the line. But as for like, you know, someone like featured on the record,
I guess, yeah, Keith Buckley for sure.
yeah, I feel like he doesn't do a lot of features, and we just love Keith Buckley. If you could get like Dan from the Wonder Years, that's like a dream,
Oh, yeah.
you know, too, just because he's just such an incredible songwriter. So there's a lot, but keep it around there.
Awesome, guys. So my next question is, if there was just an instrument that you could shred at that you don't know now, what would it be?
Keytar, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Keytar, for sure. Who wouldn't want to? Come on.
Violin for sure. I want to be able to shred a fiddle.
All right, we found
I
out
need to know what this. You need to explain this.
All right, ham boning is literally the is your body.
So you just
So like you slap and like you use your body to make noises like with microphones. Go on YouTube one day if you're really bored and search ham bone, and it's a real thing. We just found out it was.
I'm definitely gonna post a clip like right now.
ham boning.
Yeah, it's like there's like some dude doing like a TED talk doing it. Like it's some guy doing like a TED talk, and it's the weirdest thing. You really do have to see it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to us.
It doesn't. It didn't even make sense to me when
No,
you just tell me
have
right
to
now.
See it.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'd say guitar for me. I mean, I can like form 2 chords and play power chords. That's about it. But I'd like to like
Shred.
really
He plays
shred.
a lot of yellow cards.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all. I
beautiful.
know. Yeah,
There you go.
Top D, you know.
I would say either trumpet or maybe sax, alto sax.
Okay,
Specifically.
Nice.
My next question, guys. My personal favorite. If you could be a video game character, who would you be? I guess we go down the line too.
Solid Snake for sure, 100%. Metal Gear Solid.
I love it.
Man, I don't know. That's a good question, but he's a guy from Fallout. I forget his name.
He doesn't have a name.
Yes, he does. Okay,
Soul
yeah.
Survivor.
I'll
There
say
you
Soul
go.
Survivor. That'd be some
guy
weird.
in Fallout.
It'd be some
play.
weird. It'd be some weird
Me.
stuff to see.
Oh man, that's hard. Like, I'm trying to think. I mean, who wouldn't want to be like Mario?
Yeah.
Like, I would be Mario. Like, I grew up on Nintendo, so it's like if there was an obvious choice, it would be like Mario. Just
You and Andrew picked the same one. so-
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like now you're locked and loaded.
I would 100% be Kratos, the god of war.
Nice. Yes.
He's ripped.
True.
I don't know, so I'm just gonna say the guy that drives the car in Rocket League.
Nice.
that's good. Yeah, that's great.
That's good. Who wouldn't want that?
I would be Wayne Gretzky in Wayne Gretzky Hockey 1995. But I would actually be him in real life too.
That's what I was feeling.
Yeah, only 95 because he scored like 57 goals that year. So look up his stats. I'm pretty sure.
It's only Wayne Gretzky. You just want to be Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, pretty much. But in the video game, like he dominated everybody. So
That's true.
like Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl. I don't remember the year, but I would be Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. My next question is, in your opinion, who puts on a killer live show? I guess we can go down the line for this
Yeah,
one too.
really
Yeah.
killer live show. I mean, we always talk about it, like seeing the videos online. While our style of music is a little different, like the old videos of the Chariot are like incredible. Like just watching that. Every time I see Under Oath, I feel like they put on a great show. But we did just see, for the first time in like over a year, Neck Deep. And their like production now, their stage setup and everything, like they have like really taken that next step. Like everything that they have is fucking crazy. It's great, you know, like just their live performance in general. You got one, Joe?
I would say Dillinger Escape Plan,
Ooh,
obviously.
classic. Classic.
And Between the Buried and Me is flawless live. It's amazing.
Joe really appreciates the actual playing of the music. And what's the lead guitarist for BTBM?
Paul Wagner.
Paul Wagner. Like one of my friends said, he's seen them 7 times and he's seen Paul mess up once. Like he literally like for sure knew he messed up once in 7 times that he's seen him. So
That's ridiculous.
crazy to think about. Yeah.
I was gonna say Dillinger Escape Plan too, but I know he already said it.
The
That's
option
true,
has been
that's
taken.
true. Hey, every time I die, then I'm just gonna stick with that. I'm gonna
Okay.
keep going with that.
I'm gonna
Every
shout out on this
answer,
tour,
every-
Eidola is actually
Oh, yeah.
like a really they get into it. Andrew is incredible live vocally. They're all great at their music instruments. This is not just blowing them up. I mean, this tour is the first time we really got a chance to know what their band was about, and like I really see good things happening for them.
Oh, yeah.
As we move forward, like they're really growing as a group, and like I think they're finally hitting their stride a little bit. And yo, come out and see them. If you see this, you know, at any point, check out Eidola live because they're fucking way better than us. So
Anyone else?
I'm just going with the default Dillinger Escape Plan.
Same.
Awesome, guys. My next question is, if you could compile a dream tour, who would be on it? And you can include you as well if
we
you'd like.
talked about this a little bit, right? So it's like it's like kind of the mix of everything we like BTBM.
It's already happening. It's already happening. The Deer Hunter's touring with BT Bam. It's already happening.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
with your
sick.
Capstan on there.
Yeah.
Maybe one other band. Yeah, what would be like a dream
Or
scenario?
something like kind of how like Real Friends and Every Time I Die toured. Like maybe if we were to tour with like a band that's heavier than us and a band that's softer than us too.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
mix of
having
genres.
some really legit
so it's Literally, you
crossover.
get all the fans from all the different genres coming together. I like that.
Absolutely, guys. Next question. Favorite TV show, favorite movie?
I'm going with The Office. That's my absolute
There's a couple
favorite
of
TV show.
Don't steal mine.
Well, no, I think we're all 3 of us gonna say Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like Game of
you
Thrones
know,
is
Rick
a
and Morty.
Rick
Rick and Morty's big for me.
I'm just a huge sports guy. I'm the sports
tell.
nerd.
You said Wayne Gretzky like 7 times.
Fuck yeah! I mean, like the longest standing TV show that I like is SportsCenter. Like, it's different every day. I love it.
Well, he has movies too, and my favorite movie is the best movie ever made, Forrest Gump.
Classic.
I thought he was gonna say The Room, because he has gotten really into that one too. I've never seen it.
I was going to say, did you watch The Disaster Artist?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, we've been getting into that whole situation a little bit. I'm learning more and more about this fella. Quite interesting.
I'd say for movies, for me, it's a split. Just totally different genres of movie, but Dumb and Dumber and then The Godfather. Those are my
Ooh,
2
okay,
favorites. So I love it.
I'm going to give a
Tattoos on my
special
body.
shout out to one of my favorite movies, Heavyweights, proving that as a fat kid you can do great things. So
The Big Green. The Big Green, yeah.
I like Heavyweights a little more, but the Big Green was great too.
Just let us know in the comments which one's better.
Yeah,
Just duke it out.
let's have a vote here. Who's Big Green or Heavyweights? All right, I say Heavyweights. There's one
So
vote.
there's one vote.
I already said we're tied.
All right, we're
Big
tied
Green.
1-1. Okay.
Okay, so you're tied. Now you have to. Somebody has to be the decision breaker here. So, anyway, next question, guys. If you were stuck on a desert island and you could only bring one album with you, what album would it be?
Oh Jesus,
And that was the only thing you could listen to, of course.
Oh,
man.
that's a rough
For
one.
me personally,
You got one?
it like takes me a minute. Could it be a greatest hits?
I mean, that's we could. That's a loophole, but we'll give it to you. We'll give it to
I
you.
was gonna say yeah, like something like that just has like everything and something that brings me back. Like I would say like I love Queen's greatest hits. I jam that very frequently. Anything Pink Floyd, like something like that.
Mine would be Now 5.
Good call, man.
Really nice.
That I can't even
Actually,
think of.
I'd have to give a special shout out to Weird Al, Running with Scissors.
That's such a good. That's a great
That's a
album.
really, really difficult one to put down. I believe 1998, and it has our favorite song on it, which is Albuquerque.
Yes.
So,
oh my God, that's so
Yeah,
good.
I mean, you could listen to that and you'd
True.
be happy because it's like 12 minutes long.
You're right. Anyone else?
I'm trying to think. I can't even think of one right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I mean, there's so much music that I've grown up listening to.
Listening to any record, right? You would just hate yourself at that point.
Jock jams.
Jock Jams. True. Kids Bob.
I don't know. Maybe something instrumental. You know?
That's true. Like Chon.
Yeah, Sean would be cool.
Your own vocals then? at that
Yeah,
point?
you could. Yeah, it'd
bored
stop you
enough,
from going
write a whole
crazy.
You'd be on an island.
Literally write like the greatest record.
The best. 7 different versions of the same record.
Sounds awful.
All right, guys, and lastly, of course, the most important thing: tell them about Capstan, where they can find you at, and anything coming up in the next couple months.
Man, there's big things happening. We'll just say that. It's about all we can release, but we have, a little over a week left on this run now.
Yep.
And then we're going to go home for a couple of months before...
We
I don't know. When is this thing coming out?
I mean, it's gonna be coming out like mid-March.
So by the time this comes out, you're gonna. Are we allowed? Are we allowed to?
Okay.
I mean, by the time this comes out, we will have announced that we're gonna be playing the Vans Warped Tour. We're gonna be playing the second half of it,
Starting July 10th.
starting July 10th in Nashville, all the way
All the way
until
through.
the end of it, which is the first week of August. It ends in West Palm Beach.
24 days?
Yeah, it's like 24 dates we're on it. We got everything planned and set up. Announcement happens March 1st.
My birthday.
So your birthday, happy
Oh,
birthday,
happy birthday!
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
This
you.
is our early present.
Is it early?
Yeah,
Yes!
with everything that Warped Tour wants you to do, logistically speaking, we won't be able to do anything for a few months leading up to it.
Of course.
So we'll be home,
Writing.
demoing, writing. We're sitting on a
lot
new
of
record,
songs,
or
yeah.
damn close to a new one. So lots of good things happening for us over the next calendar year.
I know you guys just released a record pretty recently as well, and it was killer. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, man.
I had seen you guys before as well.
Nice.
I saw you on the ongoing concept tour.
Oh shit!
Yes,
in,
love
like,
those guys. man.
Champs
Where at?
in Trenton.
Oh,
That
Trenton,
was,
New
like-
Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was
I
what.
left my debit card there and had a friend drive me back 30 minutes each way the next day.
That. Is that where we played pool?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a day just like this.
Yeah, it was
pretty
like its own little clubhouse.
It was like there was snow
Yeah.
on the ground. Yeah, I remember that. I remember loading over snow, but it was raining at that point.
Yep.
Man, dude.
Welcome to New Jersey. That's pretty much New Jersey, Philly, whatever general area. But definitely go check out their new record. It was really good. I think it's definitely like a wide variety. Like you guys were explaining in the interview, it's just kind of like everything. I got like mixes of like post-hardcore, like pop punk, like heavy, like more metal stuff. So I feel like you guys kind of run the gambit of like all the different genres. So definitely go check out their stuff. Super stoked you guys are on Warped Tour. That's amazing. Also, go check the
you,
links in
man.
the description where you can go find out about Capstan. Go catch him on, again, Warped Tour. And if you enjoyed this interview, please subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. Yeah, there you go.
Click that
Please
button.
subscribe.
That button. And thank you, of course, to Capstan. Also, thanks to Jesse. He's out of frame, but he's the boy.
Wait, is he the merch? He's a merch man at this
Man.
point. He has not ascended to merch king or merch
Just
emperor
yet.
yet.
Why
He's a
not?
merch
What
man.
does he have to achieve?
He's got to
He's
work
working
his way up.
But
But,
he
like,
is also our tour
How does he have to
manager,
work his
too.
way up, though? People need to know.
It's not. Yeah, you can't.
It's just as a band, totally arbitrary. But we will definitely know when the time comes. When you see him on Warped, he might be wearing a crown. That's all I gotta say.
Somebody bring him a crown.
Everyone. He needs a crown.
He will have ascended. He will have ascended the ranks if you bring him a crown.
A crown on Warped Tour. There we go. I love it.
Awesome, guys. We'll be talking with you soon. Peace.
Later.
Hey, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, of course. If you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps out our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.